Another big day on BB's account, guys. Today we're finishing the Lemnisci chase, and with some precise calculation and some ninja moves, we managed to delay picking her up until the champion chase. Now, before I go ahead and I pick up my Lemnisci and my two other legendary champions that are waiting, I want to make sure that the champion chase has indeed started. And now, because you're seeing this a couple of days later than I'm recording it, this does not apply to you, okay? The champion chase is long past, but today is the 11th. A little time capsule. If you ever want to employ this trick, I'm gonna teach you how I delayed my Lemnisci for 2 days so I can pick her up now. When you get this menu, you hit R on your keyboard. And this works on PC, laptop. I don't know what the gimmick is with mobile, but if you're on a computer, you press R, it's gonna take you to the shop, right? What you want to do after is you want to click on your keys and go anywhere. It doesn't matter. And now when you exit, the menu's gone. Brilliant. You can just delay getting whatever champion. The same thing works for the daily login rewards, by the way. If you want to delay picking up a champion here, same thing. R, keys, anywhere, and it kicks you out of the menu. Let's check it. Champion chase is live. That means we have clearance. Don't forget to use my promo link to get yourself a free legendary Rafma tab, as well as the epics Tagore, Ugo, and Lady Quillen as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. And that is all you have to do to get your free legendary Rafma tab, as well as Tagore, Ugo, and Lady Quillen as you level up in progress. So don't miss out and click on my link right now. Pull Lemnisci. Bam! Very nice. Wait! Did we get extra stuff as well? I have to share it to get these extra goodies. I might as well. I'm just gonna do this. You don't even need to share it. You just need to click on one of these and you get them. I don't even have to log in my Facebook. Amazing. Thank you for this one. Let's go and appreciate our Lemnisci right away. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. Welcome to the roster. Lemnisci the Goldwing, guys. Yet another great free login champion. Double hitter of the target's under a shield. Each hit has a 25% chance of decreasing the value of the shield by 10%. Will also ignore 50% of the target's resistance if the target's from the Corrupted Alliance, and if the target's not under any shield, each hit will ignore 10% of the target's defense instead. Double hitter. Each hit has a 100% chance of removing 2 random buffs from the target. The A1, A2, A3, they all ignore 50% of the target's resistance if the target is from the Corrupted Alliance. The A2 deals more damage equal to the value of the target's current turn meter. So the more filled the turn meter is of your target, the more damage you're going to deal. AoE double hitter on our A3. First hit has a chance of placing a 100% heal reduction. Second hit has a 50% chance of placing a block buffs. 3 turn cooldown. Book it up to a 100% land rate of the heal reduction and 75% land rate of the block buffs. Scourge of Evil passive, she receives 15% less damage from enemies under heal reduction and fills her turn meter by 5% whenever an enemy receives a shield or is healed. Well-rounded, very solid. She's a bit of a mix between a damage dealer and a debuffer. It depends on how you want to use her, but she's super solid in every area I can think of other than Demon Lord. And I guess like wave clearing. Maybe wouldn't do super well against Scarab King. Doesn't really have anything against Scarab King. But everywhere else she should be pretty solid. So I'm gonna leave her on the back burner for now, because she's not anything groundbreaking. However, there are 2 more legendaries that I gotta pull on this account that are way more important than Lemnisci. And I will give them to you right about now. Mithrala! Guys, and Yokoro, give it up! Give it up for my consistency in the clan shop, and not so much from Tag Team Arena. Poor Drexstar still sitting at 62 fragments. However, we are picking up Mithrala. Finally, all of our Hydra grinding has been paid off. So I'm gonna pick both of these up right now. And yes, I could have left them for some personal CVC something, but guys, now, Mithrala and Yokoro are must-haves for my account. They're gonna help me progress in the areas I'm stuck at. Not necessarily even stuck at, but I'm a little bit behind on. And can I also say, Mithrala has to be one of the best designed champions in the entire game. She's so beautiful. The attention to detail is absolutely unmatched. And coincidentally, she is one of the best legendaries in the game. And she's free. So this is your sign to get on your Hydra grind, newbies and mid-gamers. Here's what Mithrala does, a little refresher. Double hitter with each hit having a chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. AoE Hex with an increased defense and increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns on a chance. A complete debuff strip, 25% strengthen, and shield buff equal to 30% of her max HP on all allies for 2 turns. Gaze of Stone on her passive whenever she's attacked by an enemy under a hex. 50% chance of placing on petrification. When an ally is attacked by an enemy under a hex, it's a 30% chance and increases this champion's resistance. The amount by which it increases is equal to the amount of accuracy this champion has. Very, very interesting passive. This I didn't know about Mithrala, that she increases her resistance for each amount of accuracy she has. And it makes sense if you want to land the hex, if you want to land this poison debuff as well. Building her with as much accuracy as we can is absolutely essential. She's also the first champion, I think, in the game to bring petrification. Yada yada, you know how good Mithrala is, you know everything about her. I just came here to tell you that I am done. I've got her, and now I gotta start thinking about how to chuck her with all that accuracy. We're gonna have to start forging for some perception gear. It would also be very cool to give her a little bit of stone skin. Stone skin, perception, I think will be the kind of build that I'm going for. And, of course, it is time now to welcome your Carl to the team, the AoE Freeze champion. He recently even got a rework. Oh, check this out, the animation is so cool. 650 because he is a Void Legendary, I forgot. They give a little bit more points. Now, this is my first AoE freezer on this account. I don't have Ninja, I don't have anyone with an AoE freeze other than a Neldor, but he's an epic. What I mean to say, he's my first AoE freeze legendary champion. And as such, I have high hopes. I have high hopes that he will help me tackle Hard Fire Knight. Because as of right now, this hard dungeon is impossible. It's impossible. And let me give you a refresher again. Double hitter, each hit has a chance of placing this freeze. Will ignore 20% of the target's defense against enemies under freeze. Attacks one enemy with a chance of placing a decreased speed for 3 turns. And a chance of placing a freeze for a turn. You can bring all these chances up to 100% after you book it. Also steals 100% of the target's turn meter and places a 30% increased speed on himself for 3 turns. Will ignore 50% of the target's defense against targets under freeze. And now the AoE freeze for a turn. This chance of placing the freeze will increase to 100 against enemies with 75% or more turn meter. These debuff cannot be resisted by targets with 75% or more turn meter. So if you have enemies that are just about to attack, they get frozen irresistibly so. Passive, Lord of Ice. The passive increases the damage this champion inflicts by 10% for each champion in battle under a freeze, and decreases the damage this champion receives by 10% for each champion in battle under a freeze. So damage mitigation here, and a little bit of an increase, a little boost when you're attacking enemies under a freeze. I think this is the part of the rework, this passive. The active effect places an unkillable on him for a turn whenever he kills an enemy under a freeze. So, Spider, Hard Fire Knight, Arena, Dark Fate, also any wave clearing aspects of the game, Yukara will cover for me. That is 3 new legendaries, and 2 of them are absolute must builds ASAP. I also have Lamasu here to be built out. So Mithrala, Lamasu will be on my priority list these days. And then I'll move on to Yakarl and Venomage and whoever I started working on just recently. And then it's gonna be Yakarl and Leminisi and Venomage and whoever I've started building out but haven't finished taking up to level 60. But out of all champions currently, Lamasu, Mithrala, they need some loving. I need to show them some love. Let's pick up our rewards here from Champion Chase. Let's pick up our gum fragments. And I'm sitting 2nd place. This is good, fine by me. For the time being. If I get a Lego skill tome and 50 multi-battle attempts and some mythical relentless gear, I'm more than thrilled, more than happy. And something that I haven't done is I haven't picked a Deck of Fate card. I can only pull one card. Let's flip a card. Bam! That is... Oh my god. 3 Gracchos fragments, and we're not getting Gracchos, but good to know that I have 3 fragments to exchange. Very excited about these milestones, and was very excited to share them with you. How long was it before you picked up your Mythrala fragments? What was the order of champions that you got? Hit up my comment section. I always love reading about your guys' journey, your personal raid progression arc. And remember, there's no right or wrong way to play this game as long as you're having fun. So don't feel bad and don't feel the need to compete with others in the comment section. Keep it nice, okay? Keep it sportsman-y. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys again in the next one. Bye!